Ta-da! So here's another video, a quick one as well. I just wanted to talk to you about hair, natural hair, because I still diving into a series, and I've got a few questions some people have exchanged with me about their natural hair, and I'm just rejoicing because I know a couple of people already told me that they actually managed to start reconnecting with their hair and sensing and feeling what their hair is telling them. And I think it's fabulous. It's fabulous. I think it's one thing when I share my experience and people think and listen to me and have no idea, and I sound like, or I look like a cuckoo or woohoo, but then when they start doing the work for themselves and start seeing results, this is really when, you know, this is really what I do this for, so that you can go on, you get inspired to experiment that on your own and to see what is your own hair feeling and sensing and doing and all that stuff. And even like brought me to that song. I don't know if there is this 80s songs, I think it's in the 80s, it's like Listen to Your Heart. And I just like started thinking, you know, listen to your hair when it's calling for you. Just listen to your hair. And that's really exactly that. That's what I want to encourage you to have, just like to reconnect with yourself to the point where you can actually get it. When it's talking to you, you can actually get it. When you sense things about your hair, you can actually get it. You can actually use it. You know, just like dream work, or just like all the other different tools, these are tools. You know, these are real antennas that you can actually use when you put the work in. And it doesn't necessitate for you to eat a specific kind of food and all these different things. It just necessitates for you to be open and to put in the time when you're focusing on your own self, and when you're being intuitive, and when you're feeling this your hair moving around or directing or slowly shifting. When you're open to that, when you're not being distracted because you're watching TV, you're reading this, you're talking, you're chatting. You know, we talked about silence in one of the previous videos. And silence, if you're meditating in silence, that's when you're regrouping to yourself. And if you're focusing on your hair, slowly as you practice, you'll get there. So it was just a really quick video just to talk about that. Just start listening to your hair. Listen to what it's telling you. My hair, what I say, sometimes it tells me when, you know, the rain is coming. It's telling me when there's some things I need to pay attention to. It's telling me also when it needs to drink, when it's getting dried. It tells me a lot of different information. And as you go and you learn about your hair, you will develop a little code. You will develop and start learning the language of your hair. And I'll talk in a different video about my natural hair cards, which also I've used them to kind of help you bridge that and breaking down the language of your hair in terms of when do you have something to face. Sometimes your hair is the first pointer. You know, sometimes when you have a lot of knots into your hair, you're just thinking, you know, maybe you messed up, you're doing something else, but sometimes it's just pointing you to take care of the knots and the situations that are already in your own life. Sometimes your hair, the state of your hair is a reflection of your inner state or outer state of what was going on around you. You know, sometimes if your hair is dry, sometimes you need also to drink up. And not only drink up water and be hydrated, but drink up that motivation. Drink up that inspiration, that thing that's going to keep you going. So there's many different levels and layers that you can interpret all of that, all the feelings of your hair. For example, if you feel like you need color, you feel like you need to want to put some red, some blue, or whatever color it is on your hair, that is also your hair talking to you. And the fact that whatever color you're looking into that you want to bring in is something for you to explore in terms of where maybe energetical imbalances, maybe things that you need in order to get ready for something else coming up. Those are so many different things and facets to assess. So if for you feeling your hair move and all that is too out there for you, just think about when you have those moments where you want to bring in colors into your hair, when you want to dye your hair, what colors. And sometimes, you know, you may want to have that really bright, crazy color that you can tolerate to put at work. But that's really your hair also finding a way to talk to you, to you know, expressing a thirst that's there. And so I encourage you to explore what color you feel inclined to bring in as a highlight or as a full to fully dye your hair, inquire as to the color. So that would, you should start researching what this color means, what association you have with that color, to know what it is actually, what are you actually trying to bring to yourself, and maybe there's another way to do it. Maybe there's another way to bring that color. Maybe that color is not even in your closet. It's not even in your clothing. And maybe bringing that color that way may be a solution for you. Bringing that color through makeup may be a solution for you. So it just gives you things to explore as you do it. And the point is, and to see the richness in the language, when you start learning the language of your hair, is also part of self-knowledge, of know thyself, that people like to say so much about. So I hope this was helpful, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye bye.